Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of entertainment's most iconic figures. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Marvin Gaye. This legendary singer, songwriter, and musician is widely regarded as one of the most influential and soulful voices in American music. With a career spanning over 3 decades, Marvin Gaye left an indelible mark on the music industry, and his legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences around the world. As we explore the early life of Marvin Gaye, it's clear that his formative years played a significant role in shaping his future success. Born on April 2, 1939, in Washington, D.C., Marvin Pence Gaye Jr. grew up in a low-income household with his parents, Marvin Sr. and Alberta, and his 4 siblings. The family lived in the segregated Southwest Washington neighborhood, where Marvin was exposed to the harsh realities of racism and social inequality from a young age. Marvin's childhood was marked by a tumultuous relationship with his father, a preacher and a strict disciplinarian who often clashed with his son. Despite these challenges, Marvin's mother, Alberta, provided a steady source of love and support, encouraging her son to pursue his passion for music. The family attended the Pentecostal church, where Marvin was introduced to gospel music and developed his early vocal skills. As a young boy, Marvin spent hours exploring the vibrant music scene in Washington, D.C., attending concerts at the National Guard Armory and the Washington Coliseum, where he saw performances by iconic artists like Ray Charles and Bo Diddley. He was particularly drawn to the sounds of doo-wop and rhythm and blues, which would later influence his own unique style. The civil rights movement was also gaining momentum during Marvin's formative years, with figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks leading the charge against racial segregation and inequality. Marvin's father, a staunch supporter of the movement, often took his family to rallies and marches, exposing them to the harsh realities of racism and social injustice. These early experiences would later shape Marvin's music and inform his future activism. Marvin attended Cardozo High School, where he formed his first group, the Doo-Tones, with friends from school. They started performing at local parties and clubs, singing doo-wop hits like Earth Angel and Good Night, Sweetheart, Good Night. This was the beginning of Marvin's journey as a professional musician, one that would take him to the heights of stardom and cement his legacy as one of music's most beloved and enduring voices. As we explore the early life of Marvin Gaye, it becomes clear that his experiences in Washington, D.C. played a significant role in shaping his future success. From the city's vibrant music scene to the struggles of growing up during the civil rights movement, Marvin's formative years were marked by a unique blend of creativity, hardship, and social activism. These influences would later inform his music and cement his legacy as one of the most iconic voices in American music. In 1960, Marvin joined Harvey and the New Moonglows, a doo-wop group that had recently lost their lead singer. The group's manager, Berry Gordy, was also the founder of Motown Records, and he saw great potential in Marvin's unique voice and talent. Under Gordy's guidance, Marvin began to develop his skills as a singer, songwriter, and musician, eventually becoming one of the label's most prized artists. Marvin's early successes with Motown were marked by a string of hit singles, including Stubborn Kind of Fellow and Hitchhike. These songs showcased his soulful voice and unique style, which blended elements of R&B, pop, and jazz. As his popularity grew, Marvin became known for his charismatic stage presence and his ability to connect with audiences through his music. One of the key factors that contributed to Marvin's success was his collaboration with other talented artists and songwriters at Motown. He worked closely with Smokey Robinson, who wrote and produced many of Marvin's early hits, including You're a Wonderful One and How Can I Forget. Marvin also developed a close friendship with Stevie Wonder, who was just starting out as a young musician at Motown. As the 1960s progressed, Marvin continued to push the boundaries of his music, experimenting with new sounds and styles. He released a string of critically acclaimed albums, including What's Going On and Let's Get It On, which are now considered some of the greatest albums of all time. These albums tackled complex social issues such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation, and featured Marvin's signature blend of soul, funk, and R&B. Marvin's music was not only a reflection of his own experiences and emotions, but also a commentary on the world around him. He was deeply affected by the social and political upheaval of the 1960s, including the Civil Rights Movement and the Vietnam War. His songs often addressed these issues in a way that was both personal and universal, making him one of the most respected and beloved artists of his generation. As Marvin's career continued to soar, he faced numerous challenges and setbacks, including struggles with addiction and personal relationships. Despite these difficulties, he remained committed to his music and his message, using his platform to speak out against injustice and promote love and understanding. Marvin's legacy extends far beyond his own music, as he has inspired countless other artists and musicians. His influence can be heard in the work of everyone from Prince and Michael Jackson to John Legend and Kendrick Lamar. He remains one of the most iconic and enduring figures in American music, a true legend whose impact will continue to be felt for generations to come. In the early 1970s, Marvin's music continued to evolve, incorporating new sounds and styles into his work. He released the critically acclaimed album, What's Going On?, which tackled complex social issues such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. The album was a commercial success and cemented Marvin's status as a leading voice in American music. However, Marvin's personal life was marked by struggles with addiction and relationships. He became increasingly reclusive, struggling to cope with the pressures of fame and the expectations placed upon him. Despite these challenges, he continued to produce innovative music, experimenting with new sounds and styles. In 1982, Marvin released the album Midnight Love, which featured the hit single Sexual Healing. The song was a major commercial success, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and earning Marvin a Grammy nomination. The album marked a comeback of sorts for Marvin, who had been out of the public eye for several years. Tragically, Marvin's life was cut short when he was shot and killed by his father during a domestic dispute in 1984. The music world was shocked and saddened by his passing, and he was remembered as a true legend and innovator. Despite his untimely death, Marvin's legacy continues to inspire and influence new generations of artists and fans. His music remains timeless, with songs like What's Going On?, How Can I Forget, and Let's Get It On, continuing to be celebrated for their social commentary, emotional depth, and enduring appeal. Marvin's impact extends far beyond his own music, as he has inspired countless other artists and musicians. His influence can be heard in the work of everyone from Prince and Michael Jackson to John Legend and Kendrick Lamar. He remains one of the most iconic and enduring figures in American music, a true legend whose impact will continue to be felt for generations to come. As we reflect on Marvin's remarkable life and career, it's clear that his music and message continue to resonate with audiences today. His commitment to social justice, his emotional honesty, and his innovative approach to music have left an indelible mark on the world of popular culture. Marvin Gaye may be gone, but his music and legacy will live on forever. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold, reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.